Hey guys, don't be a dummy when you're swapping out your alternator on your vehicle. I just swapped out this alternator on a Honda Odyssey, and I forgot to disconnect the battery when I was removing the old alternator. And when I was removing the old alternator, you can see down there's the post where that's the positive side of the alternator. When I was removing that that connector there, I actually touched the part of the body, and I ended up blowing the main fuse for the entire vehicle. So really stupid. I thought I had disconnected the battery, the negative side of the battery, the ground side of the battery, but I forgot to do that. And I ended up blowing the main fuse, which goes right here. And so here's what it looks like. That's the main fuse. I don't know if we can see. You may be able to see that it's blown. Kind of hard here in the light. Anyway, so this is blown. Can you see it there? Thankfully, vehicles have fuses like this, otherwise I may have caused a lot more problems. So, and these are actually kind of hard to get. So again, this is a 2015 Honda Odyssey, and these little fuses are not the easiest things in the world to get. Most auto parts stores don't have them. There are lots of different sizes for fuses for these vehicles. So when you go shopping for fuses, for this main fuse, which is 125 amps, you're going to find fuses that are called mega fuses. And then you're going to find other ones that are called AMG fuses. So AMG and mega fuses are much larger. They're not really going to fit in here. And this size fuse is called a MIDI. So that's M-I-D-I. So it's a MIDI fuse, or some people call it an AMI fuse. But most of the time it's called a MIDI fuse. And so I ended up getting one on Amazon, and it's slightly different. It's got, it's still made with copper. So I think this is copper. You can see the copper there on the side. So it's still made with copper, just like this one is, except it looks like it's tin plated, which gives you some added corrosion protection. But it's everything else on it is exactly like the Honda one. So if we zoom in here, see if I can get in closer for you guys to see. Yeah, so 125 amp. And then here you'll see it's got markings that say PEC, and then it says 58 volts DC. And then if we look at the Honda, the original Honda one, you can kind of see in there that the fuse is broken, as if the fuse is blown. You can see right there. So this also says on it PEC and 58 volts DC. So I was actually kind of surprised that I was able to get this on Amazon, and it basically I mean, it's the same manufacturer, it's the same fuse, just slightly different. It's got like a coating on it. I think that's probably a tin coating on there, but you can see the copper is sandwiched in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this on. For those of you that are looking for this, I was able to get this fuse from Amazon same day, so that worked out really well. I'll put a link down below for which one I got, and looks like they're pretty much available, so there must be other dummies like me that are doing the same thing. But it came in a 3-pack, so I've got 2 extra in case I do this again. Oh, let me zoom back out here. Yeah, so it came in a 3-pack. I'll use one now, and it just pops in right here. And next time you're touching your alternator, make sure that you disconnect the negative side, the ground side of your battery, so you don't do what I did. I could have really damaged some stuff if that fuse hadn't popped or held on for a little bit longer. I may have caused a lot of problems. So anyway, another little tip for you is the reason the alternator went bad on me was because the VTEC solenoid, which is kind of buried down in here, this thing, the VTEC solenoid, that was leaking oil on top of the alternator. So I went ahead and replaced the gaskets there also. So let's go ahead, I'll pop in this fuse, and then we'll get going again. Thanks for watching.